Hi Virgo, welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer Fawn. I do weekly tarot readings. I channel the messages I hear, see, feel, and know things. So I don't use the traditional meaning of the tarot. So I don't show the cards. I hope that's not a problem. If it isn't, please keep watching. The deck that I use is the Sexual Magic Tarot deck. Please make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. I love to hear the feedback. If this reading resonates with you, please let me know and share. Let's see what's going on with Virgo for this week. Do 3 more shuffles for Virgo. One more. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling anxious. My heart. Okay. Okay, Virgo. I'm feeling like there is, your life is moving in a direction, and I feel really anxious and nervous, like I'm shaking about it. There could be something that's going on with like you're moving into something new, and I just feel so unsure. It's like I'm worried that I'm going to upset someone, maybe a Sagittarius, or someone that has a lot of Sagittarius in their chart, or a lot of fire, like a fire, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Or you yourself could just be feeling like you, give me a minute. I'm getting a lot of confusion, so give me a second to kind of. You could be involved with a person who wants you to move in a certain direction, and all this anxiety and all this stuff that I feel could be because you're worried that you're not going to be satisfied, or you're going to upset someone with this change, or it just feels like you're hesitating. Maybe it's because you are thinking about wanting to be involved with someone else, or moving forward with something, a situation or something would kind of get in the way of that happening. It's almost like you had this idea of something. Oh my goodness, I'm having deja vu. What is going on? It's like you almost had this idea of something happening, but this kind of would get in the way, like a roadblock of that, and you're like aware of that. So it's like making you hesitant because you're really asking yourself, like, is this what I want? Is this the direction I want to go in? It's like taking you're taking from something else to give to someone else. What is going on, Virgo? I want to say that overall there is like this overwhelming feeling of like love. And there's something about like needing to be direct and clear. There's this energy of like a bitchiness, and I want to say like from a female. You could be feeling anxious or something about, you might want to watch the Leo reading, especially if you're on the cusp of Leo Virgo, or you have a lot of Leo in your chart, or you're dealing with a Leo. I don't know, because it's kind of like the other side. It's like the other side of this reading. I don't know how to explain that, but it feels like there's this anxiety or something about meeting with someone because you are worried that because of all the love and the passion and the emotional connection you have with someone, that it could go further than you want it to, or maybe you're worried that like you wouldn't be able to have control over yourself, or there's like this other woman in the background, like maybe she's worried and anxious, and that there's more to the story than she knows, or she's asking, like she wants to communicate like what's going on. It feels like someone who, the energy of like they've been hurt a lot, or they've had a lot of heartbreak, and they're at the point now of just like, let's just be clear about what's going on here. There's almost this energy of, excuse me. Whew. Excuse me. There's almost this energy of like almost like demanding, like demanding that something needs to happen, because there's like this, it's creating this like darker type energy. It's almost like something needs to be released and let go. Part of me feels like there's this sexual tension that needs to be released between two people. Maybe that's the fear, is that if they come together, that like they're both aware that they could end up sleeping together, or everyone else is aware that this connection between these two people is strong, so they could be gossiping a lot, like about that, you know, them being alone together. I don't know. It feels like there's like this energy. There's the spider again. Which reading was the spider just in? Was it Leo? Yeah, it was just Leo, because I only did Leo. So maybe you should go watch the Leo, because it feels very much like there's this dark energy there. So like there's a lot of love, but there's a lot of stuff in the background going on that's creating a lot of chaos and stuff. But I want to say it's not between the two people that have the love for each other. It's like, because of all this talk and gossip and stuff going on around them or behind the scenes, and it's like creating a lot of stress and anxiety for someone, surrounding someone from their past. Like there could be a lot of talk about them recently, what they're doing, and it's affecting how they're communicating. Oh my God, this feels so confusing. Okay, so it has to do with someone from your past. That maybe there's just a lot of jealousy, judgment about this past relationship. And I want to feel like it's causing conflict between you and this past relationship, Virgo, because of all this outside influences that maybe you're hearing from other people and the other person may not even be aware of, but there's a shift in the energy that everyone is feeling, and it's because of this. Like there's like all of a sudden there's a lot of attention on it, or this person or this situation. And maybe it's like reigniting old feelings for you that you just kind of let hibernate inside of you. And it's like the more you hear about it, the more you're just like on edge, and it's because it's bringing up all this stuff in you. So like your communication and stuff is being warped by that. I don't know how else to explain this. It's almost like it's affecting the way you're thinking, seeing, feeling. This spider is just doing laps. It's so crazy. But that, to me, like the spider is an energy of, you know, it could have something to do with the internet. It has something to do with like reaching, you know, beyond what you can see in front of you. It can be bigger than you. You can feel trapped in it. It's a very sexual energy. It maybe even with a little bit of a dark undertone to it. But it feels also like it's such an intense energy that it's scary to somebody involved in this situation. It could be scary to the new partner. It could be scary to the two ex-people. It could be scary to everybody involved. It could be like, this is just a recipe for disaster. I don't know why that makes me laugh. It's almost like they know that. They know that there's something very powerful. And it's kind of funny because you couldn't be more far apart, I feel like, but it's still like everyone else is so wrapped up in it that it's like, it's comical. Like as much as you try to move beyond it or past it, it's very still present in your life, almost like the universe is trying to like put this person in front of you, like every single day it's talked about or something like that. It's where it's like, haven't you got the message yet? Like what? You need to face this. Something is trying to get your attention. Something here needs to be addressed. Something here needs to be happening that's not happening. And it's like, I feel like it's funny because maybe you're just not at the point yet where you actually have that aha moment of like seeing it, like, oh shit. But all your feelings and everything you're going through internally, it's going to have that moment where it makes sense. Like, no wonder I'm feeling this way, and the other, because you're ignoring or you're avoiding what's coming up, and you would just like rather just like put it in a little box and sit it on a shelf. But this is something that like the universe is like, no, that's not how this works. Like you can't put it in a little box, wrap it in a bow, and put it on the shelf. This is a very present energy that needs to be addressed and dealt with. And I'm feeling like there's somebody who is not happy about it. They're just not happy about it because they know that this is something intense. It's almost like an energy, I want to say, where like everybody knows that this is something bigger than what is being seen. And there's almost this feeling of like trying to, you know, wrap it up in a blanket and like only expose a part of it or try to make it seem like it's something it's not, but it's like nobody's falling for that, okay? Everybody knows. Everybody knows. There's a very strong emotional connection here. It is Scorpio season. We are going to have to, you know, nip things in the butt and wrap things up and have hard conversations. We're going to have to let things go, let things die so that new things can be born. It's going to be an energy of feeling like, you know, no matter which way you turn, there's like all this stuff you need to deal with. And that's just, it has to happen for everybody. That's just part of life. And this feels like a very overdue energy. Like this has been needing to happen for a long time. And oh my goodness, I want to say last week, Virgo, the same kind of thing came up where like it was, I want to say, I was getting the energy of like, if you're someone from your past comes up, I'm almost getting the energy of feeling like to go for it. And I'm still feeling that same way. Like because I'm getting this very strong sense of this very sexual energy. The spider is just doing laps. Yeah, and you could feel the same way the spider is right now, just like doing laps, this cycle over and over and over again, over and over and over again, over and over and over again. Like, when do we get off the hamster wheel? When is this over? And I feel like it's because the issue is just, you know, it's being danced around. It's not really actually being addressed. Like, the hard conversation is not being had. The true clear communication isn't being said or had, and it needs to happen. Because there's just this buildup of, you know, all this mental and anxiety, and there's all this buildup of fire and passion, and it's like you guys have avoided this situation for so long, and it's like now something is going to happen where it has to happen. And the deja vu feeling I got, it feels very much like I've been through this before. So you could be feeling like you've been through this before, or you have some sort of a past life connection with this person or situation, or you dream about them a lot. I feel like you know very well what it really means to you, but I feel like it's hidden or it's a secret. For some reason, you feel like you can't explore that with this person. Like, you're not allowed. It's almost like Romeo and Juliet type energy where, you know, you're forbidden to see or talk or talk or connect with this person, which may be something that's just made up in your head because you know what a strong connection you have. Yeah. And it's like, why can't you communicate? Why can't you get along? Why can't you sit down? Why can't you spend time? Why can't you do? Because you can't, because you know how you really feel. So you're like putting up these boundaries. Maybe you don't trust yourself around this person. And that's what's coming up, is maybe there's a lot of pain in the past. You don't trust them. Or maybe it just hurt you a lot. Whatever this is, though, I feel like the connection is really, really strong. There could be two different women here. I'm definitely getting an energy of like a bitch type of energy, and then an energy of just like someone who like goes with the flow, surrenders to the universe, lets what happen, doesn't feel bad about what happens, knows that whatever happens, it's for the best of everyone, no matter how other people would look in and judge or perceive that. But I feel like maybe that's a struggle for you, Virgo, is because you're very, you know, Virgo. And you have a hard time with that. But it's something maybe you're really, really drawn or attracted to because it's completely opposite of you. And there's something really sexy about it that like you just want to join with it, or like sleep with it, or have it, own it. I feel like definitely what needs to happen here is like what's going on in the Leo reading. There needs to be a conversation. There needs to be clear communication about a situation, a person, something. There's something that needs to be like you need to get off your chest, or somebody needs to get off their chest to you. I feel like you guys are mirroring each other a lot. There's a lot of reflection going on. It could be reflection about the past, reflection about a person from your past, reflection about things you've done in the past decisions you've made in the past, how that affects you now. But I feel like the issue here, what needs to happen is the same thing. There needs to be a clear conversation about what is going on, and so everyone's on the same page. And I feel like that'll resolve a lot of this like intensity, fire, watery feeling. I just feel like it's very confusing, and you could be feeling very confusing. Everyone's feeling very confused right now. There's a lot of stuff that's getting wrapped up, nipped in the butt, and moved in a better direction, no matter how it seems. So I feel like it just needs to happen, no matter how uncomfortable it is. I mean, I just feel like I keep seeing these two people come together, and like I keep getting, like, I don't know if you can say, but I'm getting goosebumps all over. And they really love each other and miss each other. And they want to be close, and they want to kiss, and they want to make love, and they want to, but there feels like there's a very real something in between it. And it's making me feel sad and emotional, because it's like you have to just ignore all of the stuff that's going on inside you. So maybe, you know, yeah, it needs to be talked about. It needs to be communicated, because it's gonna cause a lot of chaos in your life, inside yourself. And, you know, you can't run from the truth anymore. There needs to be a truth that needs to be spoken about what is going on. And I think that no matter how hard it is, or how painful it is, or what the outcome of this is, it has to happen, because it needs to, so that everyone can, it's like, accept it, accept the uncomfortable truth, accept, yeah. Virgo, please let me know what's going down in the comments below. I hope that when I do your reading next week, we are moving into a new energy. I believe the full moon will have passed by then, or just be passing then. So hopefully it has all come to light by then. And I thank you guys so much for watching. This feels so, like, I feel just drained now. This is like a draining energy, but I'm feeling like once it's out of your body and out of your mouth and out of your mind, you're going to feel so much better. Thank you guys so much for watching, Virgo. I love you guys. Virgo, you're my favorite, and I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.